go for the Valentina or Lilia right now.
Oh, could be Valentina, could be Lilia. But maybe they just settle for something like a Martis or a Nakai. But they go Minotaur.
Oh, Novaria.
Novaria, okay.
Novaria Mino, very classic combo. But that means that they will not go for anything like an Angela. This will be their... this is a very honest draft coming out from Onyx. And the problem that they have right now is that they might be... They might see the Akai as well as the Martis be banned out by AP Brent during the banning phase.
I mean, at this point, I'm just worried about Boots because our panelist was talking about how Boots has been shafted in the draft, given heroes that is going to make plays, but is not winning the lane. So I'm looking at the draft, and I'm thinking, will Boots be having an easier time, or will he be the sacrifice lane?
But good thing is, he will be the last pick anyways. AP Bren, Kai is still open, a hero that kind of is good against the composition of AP Bren. We know for sure that those are the kinds of heroes that you pick up against the Fredrin. There's also the Dirith factor for Onyx. And knowing that they have the 1-1 anyways, all they have to do is to make sure that the other laners, the XP lane as well as the jungler, should be self-sufficient. Heroes that don't rely heavily on the farm. So make sure that the 1-1 will have the farm in the end.
That's the thing right now, right? For AP Brent, they've been doing really well at shutting down Kyrie, whether he's on a utility, especially when he's on an assassin. That Hayabusa pick seems like a very desperate pick now that we look at game number 4. And AP Brent, now they're starting to nail Boots. They have heard the thoughts and they have seen what happens when Boots doesn't get a playmaking hero as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the Terizla as well, man. Without... What? We landed today from the US? Oh!
It's on time from the USA.
Hey, welcome! I mean, I'm not Filipino, but welcome!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You want to say welcome?
Welcome.
There you go.
Mabuhay?
Mabuhay.
All right, now the Dyrov, you were talking about it as well, Mirko.
Banned out.
Dyrov getting banned as well. I mean, at this point, does Boots have the Tamus in his arsenal?
He does. Actually, he does.
He does. I mean, I think that Boots can play many kinds of heroes. Going up against the Claude, they might...
What does this say? Jauh ke Filipino to tengok Indonesia juara.
Yes.
What is that?
He says he came from Indonesia, far away to the Philippines to see Onyx win.
Oh, thank you, man. I couldn't understand that. Your backup was well. I appreciate it.
100%, man.
Valentina is open for AP Bren, a valid option for this case. I mean, Few is phenomenal with it, but I will not be surprised if they go pick up something like a Kadira actually for AP Bren, because they need a hero for Few to kind of eliminate heroes instead of Onyx. They need a burst. So Farsa, Kadira, although the most reliable hero might be the Valentina for AP Bren.
What about just the Paquito here, right? The mid lane is already revealed. For the side of Onyx, they picked Novaria, so Valentina won't be contested. Picking up a Paquito here, sure, it does stop that flex from happening from the Arlet, but hey, it's a strong pick. You get it on Flap TZ. You also get Master Ogwen on the Arlet.
Well, the clock is ticking. AP Brent has to make a selection right now. So the hero that they're going to pick up looks like it's going to be the Lilia.
Okay, to just rely on the 1-1. They have solid pickups for the 1-1 anyways. They have the Minotaur as well as this Novaria. Akai or Martis should be the choice. And then something like a Lapu-Lapu so that they can dive the backlines.
Right, looking at the selection here. A lot of crowd control as well as a lot of damage coming in from Onyx. The Paquito getting picked up here as well.
Tough matchup here.
That's true.
Very tough.
Okay, now AP Bren can choose to go for the Arlet again. They can actually go for the Lapu-Lapu. They picked it before. It's Fredrin Lapu-Lapu Arlet.
That would be crazy, right? A Filipino hero in the final, perhaps, game.
Yes, sir.
Of M5. AP Bren to safety, but Boots dealing a bit more damage. Knockout strike as well. Ogwen gets out again. Master Ogwen doing the Skadoo Sheer View. Knocked up, but he still has the black shoes and even a Purify. Kyrie canceled out on that shield unity. Flap TZ doing a bit of damage. The wall comes down, the Guardian's barrier. Minas Fury dodged away from Kaltiz. He gets out. Oh, it's a wild charge, a final slash. Everything. Boots forced to flicker out the safety. Kyrie returns as Poisson's keyboard isolated. But a Brazer's Wrath to take him down for the 3rd time this game. But Onyx find this time around a kill back onto the enemy roamer.
This is a very good start here coming in from AB Brand. 1,000 goal lead. They are in prime position to keep controlling the map because at this point, I feel like it's hard for Onyx to even move forward.
Exactly. Right after taking the turtle, they know that Kyrie doesn't have the retribution. Then Kaltizi steals it away. He actually gets 2 creeps, gets the Rakursa as well as the orange buff. That's going to be massive. I mean, you will not feel it right now, but every time that Kaltizi takes away a jungle creep away from Kyrie, that's double the effect. Because not only do you get gold, you also take away gold from your opposing jungler.
And now Boots, he's taking a long way around. Boots will be taken out. AP Bren have come alive again in Game 5.
Onyx right now, they've been making a lot of mistakes, getting caught out. Ogwen, even though he's taking quite a lot of damage, he's not going to get taken down. Few is here as well. Onyx, I kind of feel like they got to slow down, they got to breathe, they got to figure out what is their game plan because I feel like they're trying to force things and AP Brand is just catching their mistakes.
They've been catching way more than just mistakes. They've been forcing mistakes out as well. All in onto Keyboy, the roamer. A taunt as well. Kaltizi put on the stacks. Wild charge of Brazer's Wrath. Keyboy taken down again. Blazing away from Super Marco as well. Almost ECW down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Few gets assassinated by Boots.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Keyboy right now, as the Minotaur 0-4-0. 6 minutes in the game. AP Brand has 5 kills, 4 of those is Keyboy. AP Brand, they have a target, and that target's name is Keyboy.
Big problem. Turtle is going to be available. They're forcing the retribution onto Kyrie once again.
Level 10 to level 8. And Kaltizi gets it, but he does utilize the retribution. Now Kyrie, shield unity instantly onto the turtle. That's now already being started up by Onyx. This is a desperate move, but it might actually work out for them. Kyrie has the retribution. AB Bren forced back. That's retribution secured for the turtle right now, and Boots is able to pop in that black shoes, and Astral Sphere dodge away from by Few. Boots still chasing, but Few gets out.
Let me just say, AP Brand has been doing quite a good job avoiding all the damage coming in from Suns because we see the U-turn coming in at the end of their movement, making sure that Suns is not going to make that big of an impact. So I kind of feel like that's also a small thing, but it's really stacking up. It's really making it so that AP Brand is not really all that fearful getting into those fights.
And AP Brand also transitioning into overtaking the jungle. And that's the reason why they prioritize utilizing the retribution onto the purple buff. Boots in trouble.
Flickering back out, easy chasing, and Battle Mirror Image is there. Boots will be taken down again. This time it's Super Marco who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, not the same thing happening. AP Brent stopping any sort of trade from happening this game. 8 minutes in.
Oh, no. Disastrous for Onyx.
I'm just listening to the crowd. I mean, at this point, AP Brand 1.7K lead for Onyx. What is the timing here? Super Marco's pushing, man.
The only timing for Onyx waiting right now is again for the game to equalize once again. They might forfeit the early to mid game again. The first 15 minutes, it's gonna be AP Brand for sure. And all they can do is to hope that Keyboy lands a beautiful Minion Fury into CW's ultimate. Until then, it's gonna be difficult for them to find a fight. Unfortunately, AP Brand has the better heroes, the early stages of the game, and the better items, the better economy. They just have it right now.
One way out for Onyx, it's to fight. But AP Brand are doing the best they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, and right now, again, Onyx, their mechanics are gonna be tested here because AP Brand, they're definitely winning out when it comes to the macro. The Lord has pawn. Boots up top with Super Marco. The Lord that's is initiated by Kyle Teasy. Keyboy probably looking for an opportunity.
That's a good shield unity into the Astral Spear. Crossbow tank gonna be locked in. CW on the Kyle Teasy, who's taking a half HP right now, but he has it. Brazer's Wrath! Wild charge from Oakwood! Kyle Teasy very low. CW launching forward, a few dealing some damage as well. CW, once again, doing a lot of damage. Boots in the leg. That's a concealed play. Kyrie gonna be able to secure this Lord of the game. Oakwood very low. Conceal. Trying to get out. Dark Arch Strike locks him down. And that should be a kill over. Boots, the Heavenly Fist, is what we call him in Indonesia. Now getting it. CW finds another.
Onyx needed to fight. They fought.
Marco.
Wind of Nature. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh, I couldn't even finish my sentence there.
Yeah, me neither.
Whew. And that's a team fight that Onyx badly wanted. We're looking for an opening. They have found it. They made it, actually.
Uh-oh. Boots taken very low. So Marco backed up with the battle mirror image. Now Kyrie with the shield unity. Looking low. My goodness gracious. Every single time he throws this one, man, it's panicking, but CW gets a turret up top.
Mirko, breathe. We need you. We need you, man.
I'll breathe.
All right, so now we're going to give it over to Wolf. Looking at the items here.
Yep, a rush onto the Wind of Nature. Interesting choice coming out from CW. But that's the reason why they were able to last the fight. At the same time, deal the damage. And now Onyx, they all of a sudden get 2.4k.
What? Wait.
Rubber band.
From 400 gold to 2,600. 5-man Astral Echo. Onyx looking for the steal, Minions Fury.
Yep.
But Kyrie will just secure the purple buff. They're getting chunked very low. That might be a bad engage. Baptiste! He went in a bit too aggressive. Super Marco, a great battle mirror image to escape from this onslaught of damage. Another shot down, threading the needle, Sans.
I would say here, Onyx has been winning those fights where Flapteasy made a bad engage. And I don't know, AP Brand, they gotta stop that, because every time we see Flap goes in, and then Onyx feels like they're having an advantage. His HP, you have to look at that, man.
Yes. And my smart translation to that is that the box that was set up by Onyx was already so rigid, and AP Bread goes into their box one after the other. Especially when FlapTZ starts it, they're waiting for Ogway to go for the jump, but unfortunately Onyx has established this box where Kibo is in front, CW is waiting for the stacks. When they do have the ultimate, they will be able to pop it. And I think the real game changer here for Onyx is Sans.
Yes.
Every time he lands the Astral Echo onto many members of AP Bren, Onyx will have the better decision making.
Because Ogwin can't find any wild charges. The wild charges become very tame. And that becomes very powerful. Kyrie knows it's time to go in right now. Flapteasy, crossbow tank already. Oh, final slash not able to be casted in time. And he gets bursted down.
And Ogwin cannot do anything. Didn't do anything. Because even if he uses the wild charge, it's just a waste of an ultimate. And what's going to happen is that Ogwin will also be taken to the grave.
Let me just say, man, this is not a fun game to be a frontline. Because every single time you're just doing your job.
You're just doing your thing, man.
You just get punished too much. It's like, excuse me, sir. Let me play the game.
This game turned out to be a battle of mechanics in the end because both teams have good heroes. And when I say good heroes, they have the 1-1 on the side of Onyx. They have the COD on the other side. Meaning to say, no matter what happens, there will be the late game insurance. And it's just 12 minutes of the game.
Boots now, I gotta say, I don't think he's been shafted by the draft. He's been getting a hero that can make a difference, man.
And he's performing on it so far on this Bakito. 2 deaths, but with those 2 kills now, they're looking for a little initiation. Astral Echo once again revealing forward. Boots flanking around, just making a miss. Kalteezy going to be chunked down by the Astral Sphere. Kyrie still on the Lord. Flapteezy not able to enter this. Final slash only on the Keyboy. Minor Fury! Keyboy finds 3. That's another knockup. Super Marco still holding down the Fury by Mako! With a lazy duet, but CW with a crossbow of tank into the Astral Sphere. Now CW chasing Q down, forcing another big punch from Boots. 4 for 1.
He got that?
Unbelievable. And it's Sans again landing the Astral Echo to 4 members of AP Bren. Then immediately what they did afterwards was to go to Kalteezy. The front-to-back damage coming out from Onyx cannot be contained anymore. Kalteezy steps into the box of Onyx once again, gets punished for it.
Wait, they're going for the end. 1 base turret up top, 1 base turret in the mid lane getting dealt with. Super Marco going to be chunked down. 1 second on Flapteezy.
Can he do it?
Coming down, CW focusing it. But Onyx will decide to disengage. It's a bit too risky with all the members coming back. They don't want to risk a 1 straight push, but they have another Lord.
Yep, the Lord is here. Astral Echo connects onto everyone. Future Bumako taking a lot of damage. AP Brand still protecting their base. Onyx doesn't find a way to go in.
Amazing defense from AP Bren. Onyx now looking for the bottom lane base turret, the final one. Flapteezy looking for a big play. Weakness points getting caught out. Flapteezy 2 more. That's a good final slash on the CW. For the nature, wild charge, and that's the turn. 3-man Minute Fury into the blaze of the web. Boots in the castle with the help of the Keyboy. That's an Astral Sphere, dodge away from once again. Flapteezy very low. Boots in the midst of it all. Dealing some damage, getting some shields. Able to disengage, and the base turret, the Windians, take away the final base turret in the bottom lane. Only the base left standing, but AP Bren are fighting.
The defense there from AP Bren was really good, but they did lose a lot. And the thing is, Onyx, all they need to do was to make sure that CW is cleared for takeoff. And AP Bren finally are able to stop them. Flicker is going off cooldown on Ogwen. And AP Bren punished, they get one turret. We gotta live to see another day, another Lord Dance for sure. It's gonna happen in less than a minute.
Well, what we were talking about, how they will.
Oh! Another big shot out to Ogwen. Kyrie unable to take him down. It's ticking, but Ogwen survives. Pops the power of nature. Oh my goodness, this game.
Onyx, they're in a position where they push AP Brand. Now, looking at the base, half HP, basically. Right now, I'm looking at Boots as well. I'm thinking, Onyx has a lot of ways to play this. They can wait for the Lord. They can go for a fight. They can go for a split.
Exactly, because they have the Paquito anyways.
There's a lot of options here for Onyx. The pressure's on to AP Brand now. They got to figure out what Onyx wants to do and be 2 steps ahead.
Well, look at the draft. Remember what Onyx did to AP Bren. Now Few is the one on the Lilia. Now they are the ones who have good wave clear. Could it possibly happen? One big fight to end the game from AP Bren.
There's so many possibilities. In fact, right now, I'm curious because Super Marco as well as Ogwen, they're grouped up together.
Oh.
They might punish Boots.
Well, charge into everything. Boots able to dash away. Forward now with the
That's
wall.
the play.
Catches him and Few takes the kill. That's the play indeed. AP Bren, that's the opportunity, the golden one. But Calteezy gonna be locked down, crossbow tank ready. CW popping it now in the final second, able to translate it over to Ogwen and finding the kill. Few forces the black shoe, CW alone. When they should be popped, Super Marco jumps in as well with CW's dive and a guy away from him. Super Marco survives. Keyboy right there. Sans dealing damage with the help of Keyboy. 4 for 2 in favor of AP Bren. Keyboy very low, another one. Winner Truncheon from Few. A flicker back.
What?
Sans and Keyboy looking for the miracle play. Looking for a
base.
snipe down. Teasing with a dodge. With that vengeance, Keyboy running Ogwen down. Very low, has the immortality. Does he buy some time? Astral Media, but look at the minion waves. An Astral Spear connecting. Ogwen flickers out to safety. The crowd goes wild. But the base is still wide open for the minion waves to come crashing down.
Right now, Sans finally gets it. Dude, Sans right now.
Oh!
What is this game? It's like playing tag. Sans trying to catch everyone, and everyone just dodging him left and right.
But look at the timers. Now it's Ogwen who's down for 20.
And he doesn't have the immortality when he wakes up. This is what happens when you have 2 of the best teams in the world of Mobile Legends going up against each other in the best of 5 series with the best heroes that we could ever expect from them. It's a duel.
Right now, the Lord has been started by Onyx. AP Bren will not contest. Onyx now has the Lord. They will push with this. The question is, AP Bren, they have the Lilia, they have the Claude, they have ways to clear the minion. But Onyx, can they force this out?
Sans, Gila.
Gila Sans.
And I want to say, majority of the damage output of Sans obviously comes from the Astral Sphere from the second skill. But actually, his Astral Meteor usages were so much on point.
The choke points.
The choke points, he's utilizing it to...
He's playing it like a Lilia.
Exactly. He's making a lot of space for the team because he's blocking so many of the passageways of AP Bren, and the slows are actually super duper annoying to deal with.
Look at the timing though. It's not an Evolve Lord.
It's not. It's not.
Right now,
And they have the Lilia.
the Lord marches in. The wall has been brought up. Astral
Boots.
Echo hitting a 4. Look at Boots.
Very low, able to get the shield down. Now the base wide open. Minish Fury not going to be casted just yet, but the Lord has been cleared out. Kyrie taken low. Turn to the Poisons to run away. Oh, they go and collapse out to Kyrie. With the final stocks as well. Minish Fury catching everyone. CW looking for the play. On the Few, putting the lack shoes. 4-man knock from Keyboy as he flickers out to safety, but Flapteezy is chasing him down. Sans clears out of midway. Flapteezy with a good stun. That's another Astral Sphere not connecting this time around. Keyboy taken down. Flapteezy finds the vengeance.
Onyx has to change their strategy, man. They gotta take advantage of Sans. They gotta let Sans do the damage. And it looks like AP Brand was able to protect their base, but back to my point.
30 seconds.
Oh, wait.
CW
Can he do it?
Oh,
No, he can't.
No, he can't. He can't.
can't.
He can't.
it's very risky.
Very risky indeed. Has to recall out. He's keeping at it. He's keeping it. He's waiting for information. Few. Can he take a few?
The assassin, 1v1, black shoes used up. CW needs one crossbow attack, but he saves it. He saves it. He outplays Few, but Immortality gets bought out, and CW will back away. Few has done it. What a play.
Oakwood and
Turnaround. Now it's gonna be Kyrie, who still is able to
no.
bomb in that Poisons. He's isolated from the team, but he is soaking a lot of damage. Final clash might be happening right now. The Immortality, no Immortality. Kyrie has been taken down.
And it's mainly because of Ogwin. Usage of Guardian's barrier to isolate Kyrie away from his team. Then the supplement of the final slash. The displacements.
Ogwen, wild charge, keeping it at bay. Super Marco now trying to turn it around. CW jumping forward. A mechanical duel between the two best goal laners in the world currently.
Let me just say, I don't envy the position of CW as well as Super Marco right now, man. Too many things is going through their heads.
A very intense fight. I mean, everybody's trying to outplay each other, forcing so many mistakes, and at the same time, like, making the mistakes their own. Kyrie, 12 seconds before respawning, does have the shield unity, so he can get back. And the lanes are naturally in favor of Onyx.
Final slash, CW is down! Flat save! The final slash that might have just ended this game. Another wild charge. Super Marco finding the kill. Kyrie jumping on the Super Marco who buys the Immortality. The Astral Spear from Gila Sans. Super Marco, Battle Mirror Image, boosted in the midst of it all. Trying to look for a big fight right now. Sans comes back in with the Astral Meteor. An Astral Echo. Another Immortality pop. Kyrie still going to fall. Few finds another for the base. The minions. The drama. The drama.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The Cannon event. The Flappening. David Charles Gallo, that's his name. Saving this game with a final slash to take out CW, then saving them from the Winions. It's the Cannon event.
This is the game. Sans has to carry the team, man. He has the damage. He just has to connect them. Altitude very low, but looks like AP Brand will secure this Lord. This is not looking good for Onyx.
And the wave clear is not that good for Onyx. It's not like for AP Brand where there is the Lilia as well as the Claude. This is the 1-1 single target hero. This is Novaria. Although you have the Astral Meteor, it will not be enough. AP Brand, because of Flap TZ, the Flappening. And here, you can hear them. End it! End it now!
Well, Onyx gonna try their very best to deny that. Because again, this is match point for AP Brand. Once that crystal is down, we'll crown a new champion. The Lord is marching up top. Ogwen's delaying it. He's trying to sync up the minions. This is gonna be very difficult for Onyx to defend.
Even the base turret down below will be taken down by Super Marco. An Astral Sphere in the mid lane. Can they clear it away? Is it still possible, Wolf?
Again, for Onyx, I think anything is possible. They still have boots. Or maybe that's the wayfinder that they're looking for. And Sans, a key hero, needs to survive for the entirety of this defense.
The base is cracked. Onyx on full defense mode, under siege. The Golden Road at risk. AP Bren in their world tour. In the mid lane, cleared out. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. The Athena shield already popped away. CW is able to clear out the minion wave in the mid lane. Kyrie, the shield unity, backing away once again. That top lane now gonna be dealt with by Onyx. And we are back again to the waiting game. Rizal Memorial Coliseum, are you not entertained?
Listen to the crowd. This is an amazing match. 24 minutes in. AP Brand with a 6K goal lead, but at this point, the goal is only about switching your items. Few, as well as Ogwen, finds all members of Onyx. And AP Brand, they're just moving around. They're just waiting for a point where Super Marco can just go in.
Lilia, the super duper late game, the ultra late game is so good.
A full NCW again.
Oh my
gets
God,
caught. A big mistake. A space blunder. AP Brennan found it once again. An Astral Spear, this time from Sans, an Astral Meteor in the bottom lane to try to clear things out. Super Marco knocked up, has the battle mirror image. 55 seconds on CW on Calvin Winata.
Oh my goodness. Flapteasy once again.
Boots going in, trying to force out the Black Shoes. Minion wave in the mid lane, gonna be chucked down once again as Boots is able to dish out some damage in the bottom lane to clear the minion wave out. Both waves dealt with, but AP Brenner slowly sieging. Flapteasy. Oh, he's jumped into the base. Very low. Astral Meteor. Ogwen tanks it up.
What a juggle!
Bread. What a juggle! Super Marco there. Still gets out.
And for some miracle, Onyx holds on to 2 of their turrets. They might let go of the other one though.
Bottom lane base turret.
Hey.
That might be taken down. That is a big resource, but they are able to keep it at bay. Flapteasy up top, clearing up the wave. Onyx looking for another way to reset this, to stop AP Brent.
Right now, 4 members are caught in Astral Echo. Boots is from the side. The Few finds him. Slap wants to go in. He wants to find a target.
It's back up, Astral Spear. Keyboy in front of it all right
low.
now. Kyrie's gonna be chunked damage. Rato Boots! Finds knock on strike. Finish Fury onto 4. CW is now here. The Lord, who gets it? It's gonna be an all-out fight. CW marches forward to shut down the redemption.
Wait.
For Calvin without a guy. Finds the retry. AP Brent scrambling. Sans! It's found Super Marco. Now CW is looking for an angle onto Ogwen. He's running away. Boots finds a kill. Now it's Pew, who's still going.
CW!
Pew! Mortality bot, Black Shoes.
Dude, CW, man, as long as he survives, there's space for Onyx. Right now, they got the Lord. The minions have spawned. Onyx can push right now. But look at the positioning here, Sans, CW, they're in the face of AP Brand.
Sans is preventing Few from laying down the glooms so that there will be no defense. Sans with the place, the aggression, turning things around.
We can hear now the chant coming in from Onyx. Ogwen.
Sans looking for a shot. Kyrie jumping in CW. This might be the end for this game. Ogwen running away. Onyx have found a miracle.
Onyx denying the 4-1. Onyx continuing this battle. Onyx has one more chance to push us. Has one more chance to become the world champions.
After so many heroics coming out from Flapteasy and the entirety of AP Brand, it was Keyboy who finds the Minoan Fury in the end. Kyrie buying the immortality out of nowhere, under duress from the Lord Dance, and then eventually Sans acting as if his base is the other end. What a game!
We need a breather, man. Mirko needs a breather. We need towels. We need everything. For now, we're passing it over to our panelists.
Boys, I don't know what to tell you. I thought that was it. I thought AP Bren, they were going to close out that game, but Onyx pull it back somehow. They looked so broken in the early game.
I think it's safe to say, and I speak on behalf of everyone watching, that was the best game so far in this series.
Oh, my lungs are giving out. This, I don't know, if Onyx can pull it all the way to make this a full best of 7, good luck to them, because the crowd is against them, and it doesn't help that AP Bren had so much momentum, and yet, despite all that, they were able to synchronize, calm it down for just the moment. A split second, some might even say. Sans poking them out, great job coming in from him. The final play with Keyboy and the whole team, the synchronization like no other.
All throughout, early, mid, late, ultra late, there was but one shining beacon for Onyx to hold out for, with hopes of not ending the series just yet. And this series was Gilak, and he is Gilak Sans, your MVP for game number... I even lost track of what game this is.
It's game number 5, technically, right now. Game number 5. I can't even explain how insane this man is. The number of shots that he was able to connect, the number of times that he has saved his team, turning in losing situation into a winning situation with a single click of a button.
This was game 4. Now looking back, I'm doing the math, this is game 4. 3-1. Looking back at the highlights, you'll see exactly how Sans all throughout was not just but a vision getter, a source of damage, and a reason for AP Bren to scramble. Anywhere Sans was in the map, was a hot zone for AP Bren to either engage or to reinforce. The fact that Few is a short to mid-range mage means he can only really interact with so much from Onyx. Compare that to Onyx, who's playing on so many different ranges of both engagement and damage.
I mean, in a lot of these moments, right, you're looking for the big playmakers, and I don't think it comes down to the playmakers anymore. It's about synchronization of your abilities. If you're using that knock-up strike, and if you're using a double knock-up strike, it still counts as CC. Even if it is what some people might call a micro stun, it doesn't matter because everybody else is piling in on that damage. You saw that the only losing situations coming out from AP Bren is when Super Marco happened to get caught by the knock-up from Keyboy.
And if that doesn't happen, then AP Bren has a lot more in stock. They can overload on CC. As for Onyx, it was but just one big turnaround. Again, a big knockout from Keyboy, Boots coming in from an angle. Those are the ways Onyx win. Yet, some way, somehow, they're able to clap back from this almost unwinnable position. Flapteezy was fishing homies out of the base. He was pulling people out with the final slash, and if you get pulled out that way, the way the CW did there, a lesser team would have crumbled. A lesser team would have just crumpled up and said, you know what? All right, it's over.
Most people would give up at that point because this is such a creative way to fish people out. To use Conceal in this manner. Conceal, send the person who activated the Conceal to run into your opponents while you have one person to fish, walk outside, walk back in while he gets distracted just to find CW. Who thinks of that?
You know who? Let me tell you, you know who?
Who?
He's the season MVP, season 11 MPLID.
Oh my goodness, no way. Don't tell me that he used to be a mid laner. No, a jungler that turned into a mid laner.
He was rocking with the Astral Recall.
Every time he hits it, Gilak Sans makes that difference. And when we're looking at the emblems, it's the same exact story time and time again. This time, no Master Assassin for any of the laners. The story can be told based on the supports, and not only that, the EXP laners. Because good guy Boots, I mean, he was taking a pounding. And in this matchup, especially when you're up against Flapteezy on an Arlet, it's a pretty skill-based matchup.
I can't believe that he also was not rocking the agility. It was the penetration and the wilderness blessing. So that plus the astral recall allows for him to weave in and weave out the way he needs to. Looking at the item build, the way he ended up with just the same build. Again, this is how confident Sans was that no one was going to get to him. Didn't even need to juggle the Trunch or the Immortality.
But let's also talk about the supports here, because again, for supports, once you're getting to those final items, you really have to think about cost efficiency. It's not about how many items you can switch out because you just don't have that kind of money. We look at Ogwin making a very smart decision, deciding to go for the Guardian's helmet because he knows he's going to get hit by the poke, but if he can regenerate and if these fights go on long enough, he can then walk back in and participate without having to recall.
You know who else was a testament in this bout was Kyrie. I saw the young man from Bataan now playing for Indonesia under Onyx juggle so much. Towards the late game, I'm looking at maybe post 18 minutes, he was so willing to die that he would just put himself in the way of harm just to protect Sans, just to protect CW, and then the odds be damned, he will just wait until he comes back, because once again, I remember getting a shouting, he has no money, he has no money. He can't even juggle with the Trunch. And then, again, that just shows how well connected Onyx is. They're able to make these sacrifices and not get punished for them.
I mean, it's coming to a point where we are seeing some of the greats learn from their past predecessors. We all know Carteezy from M2, and even when he won during M4 on Echo's side, switching items is no new concept, but to be able to play from a kick butt style of assassin to now a more utility jungle, I think Kyrie is going through the exact same phases.
Oh, wow. To be following in the footsteps of such a great in Carteezy. Hey, they're both in the top 10 greatest, so I'm not even surprised. Looking at the damage dealt again, you'll see that it's a majority on Sans, that's no question. But what is surprising to me is the fact that Super Marco dealt more damage than CW, even when you're looking at a map that was controlled completely by Onyx. Where was that? Are we looking at a point wherein the turrets was, you know what? It was a very long game. That's why it led to that. That's why this looks this way, is because the Minotaur was healing up. that motivation roar changes the math when it comes to an ultra late game.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right on that one. And let's not forget, the big problem that unfortunately AP Bren was trying to solve was how do you catch Sans? He's never there. Half the time, he's not even on your screen for a majority of the game. And the only win condition that they could have was to take out Mr. Calvin Winata in the first place and then hope to maybe outlast the onslaught coming in from Sans.
With that said, it looks like we're in for quite a ride. This series must have waken up something inside of Onyx Indonesia. As for AP Bren, I guess they're saying, gloves are off, pal. Now the series has gotten closer than it has ever been. Score now, 2-3?
2-3. This could be the equalizer for Onyx. This could be the game ender here, and we might crown a new world championship. Regardless, this has been one of the best series we've had thus far in the entirety of the M series. It's been so long since it was not a sweep for the very first time in a long time.
Something to note, now it seems like mid has been reactivated for Onyx. And in the games that they've lost so far in the series, by attacking both the jungle and the XP, AP Bren has been able to minimize Sans' efficiency. Now Sans is back online. The question now falls onto Coach Vren, Coach Ducky, and AP Bren. What do they do now? What else is left in the tank for them to choke out parts of the map, parts of Onyx lineup, for them to once again stop the Gilak, to stop the madness?
I mean, they're gonna have to dig deep as they possibly can, and more importantly, choke out that mid lane. They did it once before, they had that checkmate, and if they can find it once more on that blue side, well, casters, you know what to do. Take it away.
Well, we're taking it, and the score now is 3-2. And let me just say, from the English desk, shout outs to Chantel. I heard from all the PH talents whenever she's on, we're expecting a 7-game here.
In fact, she's actually called the mother of all series.
The mother
of all series.
Of all series.
That's right.
Seriously?
It is true.
So we got to thank Chantel for this 3-2.
That's exactly.
We got to go back into the game. Sans, if he wasn't there, I don't see how Ani could have came back from that one.
I think it's straight up they would have lost, right? I mean, looking at that MVP performance, looking at his performance, how did he not die?
Exactly. Well, I guess the biggest answer here
Because he's Gila Sans.
Yeah, and for all those who don't know, Gilak actually means crazy.
He's local, man.
He's
Bahasa
insane.
Bahasa Indonesia. I know that.
Why? How do you know that?
Have you visited Indonesia quite a lot?
Yeah, for events, you know.
Damn, rich caster.
No.
He is a rich caster.
That's
Rich
not
caster.
true.
Going into this game, it's still not impossible for AP Brand to close things out because we saw so far the trend in this game, AP Brand controls the early and the mid. So it kind of looks like Onyx, they kind of figured out a draft that transitions well into the mid and transitions well into the late. And I kind of feel like AP Brand will start sniffing that out.
Yeah, for sure. For AP Brand, we can, if you look back at their lineup, they already have the Claude, which is a hero that's great for the late game.
Yeah.
And even Lilia is arguably good in the late game right now because of the changes, the revamps that you can reset easily your spells, your stacks. Most importantly, though, I think the reason why the Novaria didn't die in this game is because there's no actual dive from the side of AP Brand. Surely they have Flaptizi, but it's not like a dive kind of hero, right? Because you want to bring back people towards your own box anyways. So it's not like an actual dive hero. That's the reason why Novaria didn't die in this game. Yeah.
And I gotta say, man, Flaptizi did a lot.
Yes.
Like okay, sure, early game, he got attacked quite a bit. But the moment he got a little bit more tanky, vengeance goes in, final slash, man.
That's
Flaptizi is a game changer, but now we're looking at the players here. We got to talk about their mental strength. This is where, if you want to be a champion, a lot of sacrifices have to be made. A lot of preparation all year, all throughout 2023 is on this point here. Can they handle the stress? Can they handle the pressure? It's been like, what, 5 games going into the 6th? This is going to be a lot for the players to manage.
sure.
Doesn't change at all, right? Even after winning that game, AP Brand are still at match point.
That's correct.
1 game. Onyx need 2 back-to-back to become champions. Heck, well, if we count last game, 3
That's
back-to-back-to-back.
And the thing is, that particular game number 5 alone is a series on its own. You think about it, it's with what, 28 minutes? It's almost like a 2-0
If it was
series.
best of 5, it would have been over.
Exactly. But the thing is, there's a lot of fight in them. It's what we could say about Onyx. Even CW getting, what, three times killed back to back by Flap TZ and the gang, and still managed to land a beautiful crossbow of Tang in the end, right? And then Keyboy suffering 0 and 4. And all throughout the game, always having to be forced to use the Minnow and Fury, but also lands the game-winning Minnow and Fury at the Turtle Dance, right? And Lord Dance, I mean. And then lastly, Kyrie was under duress. He was in the middle of the Lord Pit, but he still managed to secure an immortality for some reason. I don't know if he bought it or if he sold something, but he didn't have the immortality before the fight happened, and then he had it afterwards. So there were so many micro gameplay that you have to take note of that game.
Mirko, right now, there is one similarity between you and Kyrie.
Okay.
Both of y'all are sweating. Because look at Kyrie, man. Like, he's drenched. Like, he's not been having a great series. And it's not because he's making mistakes or anything like that, but the constant pressure, man, is like, I know you guys love me, but come on.
Imagine if he was wearing a 3-piece suit.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Well, it's for the trophy. So all the sweat and tears that may have come along the way to get to this point, it's all for the trophy. But you guys, everybody in the stadium, everybody watching at home, y'all have been amazing.
4.45 million.
That deserves a clap. Come on. Come on.
That deserves a clap. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's go even further. Let's try to hit 6.
That's right.
Oh, 6 would be...
Hey, if we go all 7 games, man. We got Chantel in the building.
We do have Chantel in the building, and we have this wonderful crowd as well, right?
I feel like Sif is doing something as well. I kind of feel like this will go all the way.
Yeah.
You want to ask the crowd? I think they'll say no, right? Because
Right.
Or no, technically they can say yes, because 4-3 could be for the team that they're supporting.
Yeah, but before that, man, like, I don't know. I want to save some of my energy going into this game because even I'm starting to run out of breath because looking at this game, Onyx, what else can they do? Do they really have to just let go of that early game?
No, I don't think so. I think that they've been doing a great job securing the early stages. And there's no reason for them to change up their strategy anyways. So maybe, you know, remove some of their habits so that it will catch Onyx off guard. But I think that AP Bren, even after losing that match, they're still at match point, like Mirkov said, right? There's nothing in exchange. It's just a hard reset, perhaps.
Well, here it is. You guys are seeing the countdown as we're going in to draft of what? The 6th game of this best of 7. Where again, the pressure is not stopping, it's not slowing down. As we look at a trophy, reminding both teams what they're fighting for.
Yeah. And what already is good for AP Bren is that they have secured the blue side.
Yes,
and Onyx
Brand Blue.
so far only won on the blue side, so they take that away. And that means that they will be the first ones to take the 1-1. Will Onyx pan it out though?
They won't.
1-1 or Fredrin should be the pick here for AP Bren.
If they pick up the 1-1, Onyx can pick up the Faramis.
That's true.
And maybe eventually the Phobius.
Exactly. Faramis and Phobius, Faramis
Wait,
are
Guinevere is open.
Yep. Guinevere is actually open.
Imaginary
Wow.
world, your team
They pick up the 1-1. And that's Faramis Guinevere or Faramis Arlet that I'm seeing Onyx will pick up.
I feel like Guinevere is a solid pick here, no?
Yep. You don't want to give both the Guinevere as well as the 1-1, right?
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, Gwyn Faramis or Arlet Faramis is what I think Onyx will pick up. Just because of how good AP Bren is with that hero.
Yep,
There's the
Guinevere
Gwyn.
picked up.
Maybe the Faramis to follow.
Yeah, Faramis is a solid pick, but
No.
I think they're taking their time
Yeah,
here.
because there's Valentina anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But still, they pick it up.
So Gwyn Faramis, Arlet Valentina, perhaps from AP Bren.
A lot of spins here, folks, but sorry, this draft is cooking. Congratulations to all that got the amazing skin. But now,
I'm thinking Arlet
oh,
Fredrin.
no skin at all.
Oh wow.
Wait, he says.
All right.
Another
Can
one.
he get it? If he... Oh, nope.
Yep, no, we gotta look at the draft because again, this is the 6th game here.
Yep.
Onyx, very good start. How is AP Brand going to supplement this 1-1?
What if they pick up the Akai, I think? So maybe Akai or Fredrin for AP Brand for sure. But I think they might be leaning towards more than the Akai. Then pick up the Faramis, the Valentine as well, so that they have an answer to the Faramis. Yeah. So another option might be Arlet. There it is.
And Arlet.
There it is.
Akai Arlet.
Yep.
That's the combo here with the 1-1 as well to try to cover
it.
for her and also to try to punish this clump-up composition that they are going to try to look for with a Faramis.
Yep.
If the Phobia is not picked here, he's going to get banned.
Yep. You go Martis, where they pick up the Claude immediately because you don't want to not have a game-winning hero on your side if you're Onyx. And Onyx will just ban out the mages here for a few. Perhaps the Valentina, because it still is a pretty good hero, and it's a hero that can also one-shot the Claude later on. If the Claude does not pick up the Rose Gold Meter or the Athena Shield, Valentina is a hero that can one-shot that hero. Then the Gourd, which...
Or Novaria?
Yep, that's also true, that Novaria.
Because I kind of feel like if they don't have a hero that can dive...
Oh, he got it.
Oh, yeah, Spirit Root!
No way!
No way!
He did it!
The draft was... Even
From
the
0
draft
to
went down.
100.
Even the draft had to go down for that one, man. Congratulations, my man.
Dude, shout outs to everyone getting the skins. Sana all.
Sana all.
Actually, I do have every skin as well.
All right, rich guy.
It's just, well, either ways, looking at the draft here, looking like Minotaur getting banned out by Onyx. So now it's on to AP Brand. Whether they want to ban out the EXP or the Roam, kind of feel like banning out that EXP is going to be a safer choice here.
Yeah, definitely the safer choice, right? You want to take Boots out, but also same with Khalid. That's going to be the Khalid ban coming through.
Maybe Terizla as well.
Yep.
Terizla Khalid would be solid to take away from Boots, but after that game on Paquito, do you want to respect that, right? That's my question. They can pick it up for them. Wait, no, first pick on red side.
Yeah.
So that is a viable ban actually to go for.
Hero. So was the Benedetta. So, well, also the Terizla is a pretty good hero, but usually what you counter with the Arlet, against the Arlet, is the Terizla, right? You pick it up. It's a good hero to go up against the 1-1 in a way. So yeah, the Gourd, as we expected. And I think Onyx are willing to give the Valentina at the side. Oh, by the way, there is a chance for AP Brent to also pick up the Lapu Lapu once again.
Okay.
We've seen that it worked before because it's like I said, it's a great hero versus the Faramis. So I'm thinking for AP Brand, they might just ban out the Terizla for good measure.
Yeah, I would say because again, the Paquito was strong, but Boots on the Terizla, we see that it's a comfort pick for him. And I kind of feel like, I don't have the numbers, but if Boots gets the Terizla, the percentage of Kyrie actually securing those turtles and lords significantly increase.
Yep. There's a massive chance of Hoot Hoot as well from Onyx.
Ooh.
Knowing that there's the Arlet and the Kai, that could be a
1-1.
And 1-1. Yeah.
Oh, they banned the Dyroth and the Khalid, so you're right. The Diggy could actually still come through for Onyx here.
Yeah. But they might pick up the Boots hero first, though. Because they want to keep this Guinevere kind of flex. So what are the heroes that could be there for Boots? Maybe they steal the Edith, or the Lapu Lapu, actually.
Again, a lot of EXPs are open.
Yep.
You could just go for Terizla, right?
Yep.
Terizla is like the safest. It's like one of those, like, just pick it up and then almost like you can autopilot, because I'm guessing Boots has been playing this hero even in his sleep.
Yeah. I'm sure.
He's like, oh, penalty zone.
Penalty zone, yeah. He's a lot of XPs. I think XPs in M5 have just been that way, right? They can play Terizla in their sleep. It's the most common hero. They go for the hero that's not as common, but it's a Grok in the Roam, I am thinking now, right?
Technically flex still.
Yeah, but
Technically.
so far this tournament, have we actually seen a Grok XP? That's my question.
I don't think so. We haven't. The pickups. For AP Brand, Lapu Lapu still is a prime option. There's also the option of the Edith, because Edith is naturally a good hero going up against this Faramis, where you spend that out. And then the Valentina, it's a valid choice as well for AP Brand, unless they want to go for Eve, which has been proven to be good against the Faramis.
It is.
Great against the
Great
Faramis.
against
I mean,
the
there's a
Faramis.
reason why the Gore was banned out, right?
Exactly.
But they could also just go for the safest choice, Lilia.
Yeah, Lilia is the safest choice.
So now the clock is ticking down. A lot of good choices, and Lilia has been picked up, and Damas flap again. I mean, he's been winning on this Damas, man. No reason not to pick it up. This might be the game-winning draft coming in from maybe Ren.
The series-winning draft.
Board wins all. That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned, Naisu.
with the Dyroth being banned out, what else is left for Onyx, for Boots to use going up against this Thams? There's still this Edith. Which is technically not a very bad hero, but at the same time, it provides you with the front line that you need. And then you can run down the enemies with it. Maybe they might even consider Uranus, actually.
Oh.
For that, they have the split push. For them to be able to have the split push, go Purify, and then you can stay in front of this Akai.
Yep. Clock is ticking down. It looks like Onyx. They're going to pick up the Phobius. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. AB Brand 4-3. I mean, we talked about the Phobius the moment we saw the 1-1.
That's right.
Yeah, and then on top of it, the Arlet comes around, and then you think, okay, Phobius, if it's not picked, it's going to be banned. That's what you said in the first phase. It wasn't picked or banned, so it was picked up. We have Mr. Bomba again. Oh, there you go.
And Mr. Basic as well.
Mr. Basic and Mr. Bomba, the two Bs.
Two Bs.
We just need Beloyski to complete the BBB.
All right, going into this game, Wolf, the Phobius, will it be a difference maker, or will Boots won't be able to do much with him?
Difference maker when it comes to the team fights, 100%. My problem is, how does it fare against the Thams in the XP lane? I would assume that it's not that good.
Well,
there are many few heroes that actually win against the Thams in the laning stage.
the golden road for this year is for the Sky Kings.
5 seconds till
The dream is still alive for them to complete it, but they got to take down AP Brand. That is again in match point, where we're going into game number 6 to see whether it will end here or it will go all 7 games.
At the start of the game, it's Kyrie who has a significant advantage on the Guinevere. This is the reason it's so heavily prioed in the draft. Baptiste and Ogwen, though, very aggressive start of the game. Actually clears it out very well. Kyrie has already rotated. This might be a miscalculation. Sans as well is here. Flicker out from Ogwen. Baptiste holding on to that orange buff. But in the end, will disengage.
Yep. Interesting idea, because we know that the Phobius will not win against the Thams, but he gets level 2 now, so it's gonna quite an even matchup. And the reason why that happened is because Keyboy did the anti-glue treatment in M4. If you remember, they used the Grok to block the minions twice, so that the minions will be in favor of Boots. And that was a genius move coming out from Onyx. That's why they drafted this Grok earlier on.
We gotta talk about Super Marco again. Now using the Master Assassin, where before this, he was a Tenacity, but Kyrie
trying to go for the invade. Spatial migration, retribution secures the invade steal over to the gold buff now. It seems like he should be able to find this for free unless, nope, Kyrie takes it.
Yeah, it looks like Flapteezy still again wants to go for that Corrosion Scythe early and maybe try to bully out Boots, because the Phobius is strong, but if the Phobius can't do much in lane, then it's not going to be that big of a problem. Kyrie again, always getting pressured by AP Brand. AP Brand has a thing for Kyrie.
Yeah. They know.
I mean, he is cute, but you know.
Even the fans in the building, CW versus Super Marco 1v1 battle. Oh my goodness. Marco able to escape, regen pop by CW. Does this mean Marco has already used it? Oh, a diamond tap, CW needs one, Super Marco gets away. My God, every little fight.
Woo. I feel like after this game, they're gonna be best friends, man.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, like, that
Or
kind
maybe
of...
not, you know, I mean, like.
I mean, dude, you bonded over a best of 7 like that?
That's true.
You gain respect, man.
They have an even better or more special connection for sure.
Flapteezy jumping forward. Violent Requiem locking few down. That's a lot of damage. Black Shoes as well with a heavy spin. Flapteezy secures it. The heavy spin knocks Keyboy out of the frame. Demonic Force though. Now on the Flapteezy. One more shot should do it. First blood secured by Onyx. Keyboy still onto Owen, who still has the Vengeance, but he gets knocked up. Final slash into the Vengeance, into Kyrie, one shot, but he's still able to survive. Ogwen turned around now, still brought back to the team by the Stampede, and it's AP Brand who win in a prolonged team fight.
I mean, that was a very prolonged team fight. I kind of feel like Onyx really wanted that kill because, again, he was right in front of them. Who wouldn't want it? But AP Brand was able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to respond.
Exactly. The thing is, Onyx will manage to go for double lanes this time. That this is the effect of CW winning some of the early stages of the match, this laning stage, allowed him to get even more gold for his team. And this is the main win condition of Onyx. Stat pad this Claude, give all of the things to CW and let him carry the game later on.
Looks like the first item coming in from Lilia is going to be the Enchanted Talisman, going to help out quite a lot during that turtle fight. Well, CW as well as Super Marco, they're really going at it.
Blazing Duet in the bottom lane. Super Marco going to be chunked down. He did get the gold buff, however, and Onyx now tried to look for an angle to attack this bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, spatial migration into the Requiem finds a kill in the mid lane onto View. Without the Purify, he was a sitting duck.
Going at able to force the final slash or the Purify onto CW. But that was a great pinch coming out from Onyx. They found a reaction coming from AP Brand because there was a massive push in the bottom lane. So naturally you want to defend that, but they cut it off.
Right now, Kyle PZ has a level advantage onto Kyrie. So for me, it just signals that the invasion onto Kyrie was definitely worth it. Because Kyrie is, I don't know, this is Kyrie, man. Even with a level disadvantage, I feel like he can still secure the turtles.
Final slash, though, on the Suns. Might force a flicker out with Baptiste jumping in, but he actually instead goes for the nether realm. Brought back! Suns taken out. The flicker with 1 second off. Spatial migration, though. Locking him down. The turret gets the kill back, and it's a 1-for-1. Now it's Boots, who's rotated over. The Demonic Force already used earlier, so now it's going to be resetted. It's going to be on cooldown.
Yep. Nice reset coming out from
Whoa.
Keyboy.
Power Nation, wild charge, Blazing Duet, getting him down. Keyboy gets the kill, and CW goes for another wave push in the mid lane with Sans respawning. Kyrie holding the turtle down.
Yeah, right now the turtle has been started. Sans is there. Ogwen
Chewe
sees it, but looks like Kyle PZ is going.
Yep.
I don't know.
Some heavy spin. Still has it.
No Demonic Force, Spatial Migration, Vile Requiem, Retribution, Kyle! Teasy finds it, and even a pin onto Kyrie and AP Bren. Come alive once again. That lead going back and forth.
Whew. Absolutely. AP Brand taking advantage of what they have. They have the heavy spin versus the Guinevere. The Keyboy getting chunked down. Oh my goodness.
What was that kill?
That was Flapteasy.
The fadeaway.
And what he does is, I think there's one thing that I really want to comment about Flapteasy, a very smart move that he made. After he was able to take out the Nether Realm, there's a suppression, right? So he threw his sight, waited for Sans to be not invulnerable anymore, then swings him back with the sights, then gets the kill. And he does it, almost does it again against Keyboy, taking full use of the sights.
We gotta look at the goal lead though, because even though AP Brand has the goal lead, but CW has the goal lead. Oh, before that, Sans getting jumped down. Looks like Ogwen understanding that Sans is not in a good position. He wants to force it and forcing on CW.
Purify now brought back to Ogwen. The vengeance is going to be reset, and he goes back to the Valkyrie image, and he pops in that Blazing Duet, but Flapteasy is there to punish. Keyboy, wild charge defensively, and AP Brent take the lead.
Significant lead, as they will be able to take out the turret up top. They get a kill onto CW, who we have been commending to be able to farm out the early stages of the game, but now it's stopped. And AP Bren have the absolute lead in the first 6 minutes of game number 6.
Oh, Flapteasy. Looks like he is not the one getting caught here. He aggresses even though Kyrie was the one initiated.
Yeah, even Keyboy now opens it up. Super Marco getting the turret in the bottom lane. Ogwen poking Keyboy down, doing a good amount of damage.
But right now, AP Brand, they're moving as a unit. Boots is moving around Sans to make sure that Sans is actually able to survive, actually able to farm up.
Look at Marco.
Super Marco is just pushing.
He's alone in the bottom lane. It's a 4v5 for Onyx, but they're not actually going in just yet. They go for it. Spatial Migration, Battle Requiem, locking Ogwen down. That should be a kill. Kyrie picks it up. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Tier 2 should be taken down by Super Marco. Few, so able to pop the Glooms in. Demonic Force, zoning Flapteasy away. Keyboy taken very low. Flapteasy with a good pin down, but the Demonic Force is still on him. Few, Black Shoes, back away. That's Sans flickering forward. Kyrie finds the turtle. Meanwhile, Sans will fall. Flapteasy outplays him under the Tier 1.
I mean, he was greedy, man. Like, he really wanted it. And the thing is, he paid for it. Right now, Onyx, even though they won that tournament again. I don't know, man. I feel like losing that Tier 2 is going to hurt Onyx
100%.
in the long run.
100%. The only good thing that might have came out from that is the fact that they pushed the mid lane. And the fact that they pushed the mid lane means that they have access to, better access to the mid lane. And obviously, somebody just can take care of this long lane anyways. That's the only good thing that came out of that. And of course, the goal that they had afterwards. And look at
this is interesting.
CW.
J-Way.
Wow. I'm looking at Boost because usually you see the Clock of Destiny, but he went for the Lightning Truncheon.
Yeah. Yep. I think I like this build better. Dominance Ice Rush into the Lightning Truncheon. As as the Phobius, you're not that required to actually output the damage anyways. You have the Claude for that, and you have Sans to dive with you. You badly need the dominant size because you're the one to be in the front lines. And AP Bren, with the fact that they have both Ogwin as well as Flapteezy, good sustained heroes, somebody has to really man the front lines and then take over with the dominant size.
I'm very interested to see the Lightning Truncheon on the Phobius. But before that, Kyle Teasy finds Kyrie. It looks like they want him.
Heavy spin, but the Valor Requiem cancels it out. Sounds gonna be pinned down to the wall. Final slash used up another round. Gets Kyrie forward, T-Boy! Finds a wild charge on Few, gets Kyrie down. CW, looking to fight. Bench is still gonna be popped in by Flapteezy as Boots jumps into the back line. Demonic Force from Boots! Crossbow attack though for Super Marco. Sans, Ghostbusters in. Super Marco is down. Ogwin jumping in. Another one from Boots! Flapteezy, one last member standing, and Ghostbusters to shut him down.
Onyx won a big W there. They got a wipeout.
An alpha of AP Bren finding a good jump onto Onyx, almost taking out Kyrie. Sans' ultimate was just pixel perfect.
Oh, Sans, they're blitzing it here.
They're blitzing it, Kyrie's already here.
Kyle's bot, they are giving it away. They're giving it up. Onyx have taken the first lord of the game.
Look at the live coming in from Indonesia. They're excited, man. Right now, Onyx having the lead here. But again, AP Bren, they have showed time and time again, they can fish out that mistake coming in from Onyx, and we've seen quite a few times. But Boots, let's talk about Boots, 2-0-5 here, Wolf.
Yes. Was the last one to get into the fight around the Lord area. But his timing was perfect because now he is able to force out Super Marco. And big shout outs to Kibo with the flicker play, or the wall charge play, in fact, in the previous fight. That is what allowed Onyx to win that fight afterwards.
Right now looking at the items as well, even though a big goal difference coming in from the Claude as well as the 1-1, but I feel like Super Marco can still dish out the damage. For Sans here, he's zoning everyone out. He's just like, I'm a Faramis, choo-choo, I'm gonna hit you.
Choo-choo. Is that what Faramis,
yeah.
Is the noise, the sound?
Okay. Choo-choo.
I believe you.
I play Faramis a lot, man.
I believe you.
Faramis, the train engine.
Nope.
Doesn't have the right ring, but you know what? We'll work on it.
The most important item for Boots gets the Winter Truncheon. Able to tank damage coming out of Super Marco. Definitely going to be able to dive that. And now that's a massive problem.
Spatial migration onto Flap. Final slash, bringing Kyrie back, but Flapteezy is still going to be isolated. Kyrie taken down. Another round late, but the wild charge still connects. The body force in the midst of it all. Kyle Teasy now with a heavy spin. That's still Flapteezy falling down. Boots in the midst of it all again. Now with a winner truncheon, he buys it in time. Another demonic force onto the Marco. Boots finds it. CW marches forward. Finds a triple kill.
Oh.
What? Keyboy?
Keyboy, the one to tag that, but I think that this is sacrifice to take the Lord, and nice touch from CW again.
Boots falls as well, the sacrifice necessary. Sans and CW bringing it back. The damage coming through. CW with nature. Oakwood, vengeance. CW guns him down. It's a wipeout, but Flap has respawned. Onyx need to back away.
Okay, what's going on? CW looks angry, man. He doesn't want to back down. He's using a clock, but it feels like he's the Thanos. He wants to sit in front. He wants to deal the damage.
Wow.
CW. He wants to take his family to Japan, and I think that he's doing everything that he can to do it. I cannot. It is indescribable the way that he held his ground and knew exactly who can kill him. And the fact that Boots already took out Super Marco with that wonderful Winter Truncheon play, that allowed CW to be unafraid of fighting under the base of AP Bren.
Well, konnichiwa minasan. Onyx right now having a 5.6k goal lead. And CW again, 8-1-5. Very impressive here. It does look like Onyx now they have the mentality is that they want to get everything from AP Bren in terms of their skills. All of their survivability once is gone, CW is just going to go in and he's going to clean job. Now AP Bren, they're in a position where CW is a problem, but you can't ignore Boots and you can't ignore Sans. Kyrie has not been having a great game, but dude, everyone else around him is moving forward.
Exactly. Even Keyboy with the wild charge usages, the way that he's tanking for his team. And then there's Boots. The proper timing all the time. No contest. They're waiting for 13-10.
Yep, there you go. It's not going to spawn this wave. They'll have a bit more time to prep for it. 13-40.
Yep. So now prepping the lane, CW has to be careful because I feel like AP Bren, that's the goal. It's like, yo.
But I feel like
Flap did it. Oakwood, you got to do it, man. Flap did it.
He did.
You can catch him. You got to find a slash. He's going to be the one that's like, you know, everything's on his shoulders now.
Those gold meteor available for the 1-1.
Whoa, whoh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Final
Okay.
factor. Oh, my God.
Okay, Ogwen. I know what I said, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
NLT. Not like that.
All right, now the Lord is marching down mid. Kyrie's down bot. The top lane is coming in a little bit slower, but the mid as well as the bottom, they're going to crash together.
In sync. Mid lane held down by the barrier. There you go, the three-way push that they built up. Top lane going to be taken down by CW right now, but Baptiste has dealt so much damage. But an Angel going to be popping in right now, so NetherRealm gets used up. CW has to back away. Baptiste has used the bench as well. Charge. No initiation from Onyx. They'll be happy with a base turret. CW is too low for them to go for anything else.
Great play coming out from Flap, forcing the vengeance and finding CW, even forcing the Wind of Nature. That's going to be a massive resource that Onyx will not have, but they have to defend for more.
Well, CW is top, but we got to think about Sans. He doesn't have the NetherRealm anymore. Can Onyx even force it? Oh, Ogwen, that's a big mistake.
Plays in the web from CW right now. The pullback from the Stampede. The demonic force to execute them in the back. Now it's going to be View dealing some damage, but that's a double kill. Oh! Super Marco finds across the whole tag. Galtene. That's T-Boy with a wild charge to take us to Game 7.
There is absolutely no way we can end the M5 World Championship without going all 7 games. Onyx and AP Brand, this isn't a best of 7. Now it's just a best of 1.
And I wish this will go Game 9, Game 11. I wish to see these teams fight against each other time and time again, because every single play is just amazing. It's smart, it's amazing, it's mechanically skilled. I'm so entertained.
I'm going to pass it to the panelists, and let me just say, the question is, I don't think Busk is getting shafted anymore.
I know for sure now we're in Game 7. We're going to Game 7. Onyx takes Game 6, going all the way in hopes of claiming the Golden Road. What a turnaround. A back and forth in the early to mid, and now here we are.
I thought they didn't have it in them, you know? It's easy to lose faith for some of these teams, but I'm just as surprised as all the Onyx fans out there. They found a second win. They're looking cleaner than ever. The fact that Mr. Calvin Winata apparently is aging like fine wine. His laning is getting better and better each and every time he touches the land of Dawn. So I cannot wait to see who our MVP is going to be. Brought to you by the Republic of Gamers. Let's have a look here. I'm just as curious.
For Game 6, we're handing it over to Calvin Winata. Stone cold, thumbs up, all according to plan. Amazing. He's able to duel, he's able to own lanes, he's able to threaten after Boots, after Sans, after even Keyboy engages. And that's after a game wherein Kyrie was clearly struggling.
I cannot believe it, you know? From where he came from, and more importantly, the fact that this is not exactly the easiest lane to win. He has been abusing every moment. He's ending with a GPM of 990, 10 off 1,000.
This is as high as it gets in the current metagame. We are far from the days of 2-3 years ago wherein MVPs or even cores would be hitting 1,000 and change. He got this much of gold throughout Game 6 because of how Onyx controlled the map. It came in at a turnaround, a rubber band wipeout in the mid game, wherein they so well orchestrated, even after AP Bren pulling out some punches, presenting threats in the early. It's just this lineup right here, this team fighting lineup.
It's insane, right? And I think, you know, the first issue that they have to address is, what do we do against Flap TZ's Thamos, right? We know that the early game is played so perfectly by AP Bren, and the solution to that is, you know what? Take it. Because Thamos' biggest problem is that he runs out of gas, whether in the late game or during team fights, where he is by far, I would say, he's got a time limit on him. In comparison to Boots on this Phobius, who is able to delay and really stretch out, really get the mileage out of the hero, that's when you know that AP Bren were exhausted in fights.
Boots is an unsung hero. You'll see him here making the call. I want to pick up the Winter Truncheon third item and make it count. Yes, he eventually does get punished. Yes, eventually he does overheat, but this is the writing on the wall right here for AP Bren. It was hard for Super Marco to play the way he wants to. It's one thing to try and outplay a Phovis by just walking, but how do you even take the skies?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think, you know, CW in this particular, you know what, come on over here, come on over here. Let me tell you something about Mr. CW himself. Before this, Kages used to rule the world. Kages used to be the one coming in from Onyx, Indonesia. And when they made that first change, it was CW who took that place in the gold lane.
You know what? We saw his 1-1 here, along with the days of his old Melissa. You remember his Melissa?
Oh, yeah. I was like, and then he was like, Muddles, and get away from me. Every single time he makes it work. And that's the difference. That's the difference maker here, right? From Mr. Calvin Winata. If we start looking at the emblems, we see a deeper story going on here, because immediately it's about itemizing based on the tempo of the game. And that's what a lot of people don't recognize here. When we start to look at, for example, Sans, he understands that he needs to be able to rotate fast, but more importantly so, having the CDR to build up stacks so that when he has just enough in the early game, hey guys, I can dive, I am willing to die for this, I'll be right back when it happens.
And here's another matchup wherein the Master Assassin really didn't do much to win you the lane. Very early on, Onyx and AP Bren were team fighting, and that's already one emblem null from Super Marco, so he really wasn't able to take advantage of that one bit of extra early percentage damage to try and quell CW's reign here. That's why he's the MVP, is because he was able to make the most of that advantage that he had, wherein it's Onyx playing with numbers. Here you see it ended very, very quickly. Not even enough time for Super Marco to find that window to try and play out of Boots' ult.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, the biggest problem that we're seeing right now in the laning phase, considering that Super Marco should technically won the lane, is the fact that he is not as generous with his battle spells compared to Mr. CW. But even then, right, we look at the items, generally about the same, and of course we've already touched on the Phoveus. I was surprised that he didn't go for the Ice Queen's wand, but again, tempo of the game. He's looking to dive, he's not looking to chase.
He already had it on the way. I believe after that Radiant armor, it would have become eventually an Ice Queen wand. Again, rich guy, 990, carry, 95.4. It's what you can expect when everyone from Onyx is just setting it all up for an amazing, for a big time blazing. And not to mention, Flap was really overloaded here. Now you kind of see how in the games that he actually won with the Tams, it was working, is because AP Bren were able to close the fight out. But when you're on the back foot, when you're up against the ropes, you're just a big dude with a lot of cardio. You're not really punching back as hard.
And we look at the damage dealt, right? CW coming on off top, of course, coming up with 95,000, 85% of the overall Team 5 participation. But the question is, what could have AP Bren done better in these cases, right? And obviously, there were a couple. However, it really comes down to the micro mechanics of it all. The fact that Few was getting chased around in the manner that he did because Keyboy was holding him hostage with that wild charge, making sure that the black shoes were always covered.
One could only theorize, and here's mine, all right? The fact that AP Bren's playing with a Tams able to come in from the flank and try to stop via damage, again, absorption and dispersion. 2, you have the final slash from Ogwin, and 3, you have the heavy spin from Kyle TZ. They never really got to break up Onyx formation. Onyx had superior communication here, and that's why after Boots took to the skies, they were the ones left scrambling.
Note the places of which they actually took these fights. A lot of it happening around the river, a lot of it happening around neutral objectives like Lord and Turtle. Even though, yes, it is technically an open and a very enclosed spot to be in, as long as Sans is nearby, that Netherrealm makes all the difference. That extra bit of time makes all the difference for people like Boots, like the Art of Thievery on this claw from CW.
So now we've come to this. Game number 7, all on the line. The last time we were in this situation was about 2 or 3 years ago in Singapore when Brenny Sports went all the way against the Burmese Ghouls. Here, in the now, the greatest finale. What else is left? It's just a matter of who doesn't overheat. It's just a matter of who doesn't just tilt first and who has better communications. I think, mechanically speaking, these teams have shown that they're the best of the best.
I mean, it's 3 variables that they have to worry about. The laning stage, the team fight, and most importantly, the heart at the end of the day. Can they coordinate just as well as all of their team members? With that being said, this is going to be the final panelist with me, and as well as Leo. It's been good doing good work with you up here on the panel. Oh boy. With that being said, we're going to be throwing it over to a break, and when we come back, the grand finals will conclude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here now in the Philippines. It has struck 12 midnight, and we are going to a Game 7. Let's go! This is the Grand Finals we want. This is the Grand Finals we deserve for the final game here again. LaFell, Marco, and Wolf. It could not have gone any other way. This golden road from Onyx, this travel all around the globe for AP Brand, it's gonna be completed in the final game of the day.
They had to work for it, right? Everybody has to work for it. If you look back, everybody's shooting for AP Brand now. If you look back, in their M2 run, it's another best of 7. So every time that Few plays and Flap TC plays in the Grand Final so far, it will go to a Game 7.
Hey, you're right. Gym memberships, man, it helps you out in a lot of ways.
That's right.
They are here for endurance, man. And right now, 3-3. I think it's safe to say for us on the desk, whoever takes it, we're satisfied, man.
Oh, yeah.
Game 7 in the best series that we have ever casted in our lives.
Definitely.
Is it? True for you?
It is true.
Yeah.
Which also makes it ever
We've
so
an amazing desk, and by the way, amazing panelists as well. Quick shout outs to Leo as well as Gideon, breaking it down all this while. You guys have been great. But now, we gotta look at the players, man. Look at the trophy. Remember what you're fighting for. Look at that trophy, Mirko. Does that not spark emotions?
It does. It sparks more than emotion. Hard work, dedication, everything put the entire year to build up to this one moment. For Onyx, the golden road lies ahead. For AP Bren, the world tour shall be completed with one game victory.
And it's going to be the most nerve-wracking game for sure for everyone. The winner will celebrate so much, but the losing team, how they recover from that. Game 7 in the World Championship awaits, and it is totally intense for anyone.
All I can say is we're going to bring our best. The players are going to bring their best because the energy from the crowd here, they've been here since what? This is like what, 7-8 hours now?
Yeah.
That's right.
They're still strong. And looking at all the players at this point, I'm even questioning what is going through their brains, if anything is going through their brains at this point. I wonder if it's all just muscle memory, man.
It has to be. At this point, it's mental, it's mechanics. Everything goes down here.
Well, this is the best of the best. This is the final draft of the day. We're jumping to draft game number 7. AP Brand against Onyx. Who wins this one will be the world champions.
Right off the bat, we can see the Guinevere gonna be banned out as the last ban. 1-1 also banned out. So does this mean AP Brand will take the Fredrin immediately, or Arlet? As we know for sure, Arlet has been the favorites of AP Brand, but Matilda also banned out. Kind of makes me think, yeah, surely Bruno or the Fredrin should be the pick here for AP Brand.
I almost feel like you got to set up for that Claude, man. Either you're going to use it or you're going to go against it, because both Super Marco as well as CW, which in my personal opinion are the standouts for this tournament, they're really showing up with the Claude. And I kind of feel like it's going to be picked up in the first phase if you pick up the Fredrin.
The Theramis is the typical answer for Onyx this time. Maybe they pick up the Claude with that. Or maybe they take up the Bruno. Bruno Theramis or Claude Theramis. No reason not to pick it up if you're Onyx.
Yeah. Especially considering they might be up against either a Claude or a Brody. Two heroes that up against the NetherRealm will struggle. Onyx can definitely go for the Theramis here with, I mean, just take a look at the bans, right? Just throughout this series, the progress that we've seen. AP Brand started out with just Cryo heroes.
Kadena!
It's a Kadena for Sans. It's an Indonesian hero.
Keyboy.
Oh, you're right. That
We're
flex
talking
potential.
about Onyx. We're talking about Onyx.
Oh my goodness. Do you still want to go Lilia for AP Brand, or do you want to pick up the... I mean, the Bruno is good. Theramis plus Fredrin though, that's a valid option here for AP Brand because it's a classic combo. decent versus the Kadira.
Oh.
There it is. Maybe they close it out with the Arlet.
Here's the thing, man. I kind of feel like that Kadira pick was forcing that Faramis pick because it's a good answer, right? Kadira goes in, wants to burst. What does the Faramis do? Cancels out that burst. So this Kadira feels like a bait, man.
Yep.
Something about this doesn't seem right.
The art of
Brody, a
miracle.
very early Brody here from AP Brand. I mean, it did work before. It's instantly answered by a Terizla. Onyx are going in for their signature picks. Or the picks that work.
I'm looking at the draft here, and I kind of feel like Onyx, they want to have a very solid front line. I feel like they want to go in. I feel like they want to pick up the pressure. They want to pick up the tempo, not letting AP Brand time to think. Because AP Brand is a very disciplined team.
That's right.
And if you break up their systematic, and if you, I would say if you break their formation, maybe at a game 7, in a best of 5 you can't do it. In a best of 3 you can't do it. In a best of 5, sorry, in a best of 7, that's where you see the cracks.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because you've seen so much games, you've seen so much, you've battled against him so much, and you even mentioned like CW versus Super Marco, they might have developed their own relationship in that gold lane because of how many times they have poked each other out. It's a very likely option here. AP Brand, gonna be looking for some bans on the marksman for sure. Like the Claude still is a good ban for AP Brand because you don't want to give that out, and also maybe the Bruno.
There's no time to chit-chat.
They banned on the Gord anyways.
They're seeing this pick as suspicious as well.
Yeah.
This might be it. But if it ban out too many mid laners, maybe San's just like, yeah, no, I can't use the Kadira, no worries.
That's the beauty of using the flex pick here in Game 7, right? Meanwhile, for AP Brand, they've gone for solid picks in their own roles for the Brody, the Faramis, and the Fredrin.
Yeah.
I would say the Fredrin can be flex, but for AP Brand particularly, we've never seen it at M5.
Yeah.
We've seen it multiple times into the mid lane even in ISF.
Yes. How about the Dairoth here for Onyx as the ban? Because we know for sure that the Dairoth is great versus the Baksha. Gonna be pick up, and obviously the Novaria from a few.
Yeah, we got to look at both players' most used hero, 71% win rate for the Valentina for San, 77% win rate. Novaria for few. Again, very impressive heroes where we saw doing quite well in this game so far. The stats is on the screen here. And looking at Onyx betting out the Grok as well.
Yep. My inference here is that it is a hero that can be used against the Kadira in a way that you spot out where the Kadira is. It's a bush checker. I don't know if that's a proper word, but yeah.
It is now. You said it on the world stage at what? 4 million people watching?
That's right.
If we can go up to 6, that would be amazing. But the final ban here coming in from AP Brand, we will see if Brand rules. If Brand wins, I'll propose to my girlfriend.
W-Mans.
W-Mans.
Wait.
Do it now.
Wait. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it now.
Why are you waiting?
Projection, right?
Yes.
You gotta imagine it. You gotta
Either
do
way,
it.
do it now, man. Do it now. But Lilia getting banned out as well. They're really not taking the bait here. They do feel like this might be a key boy, Kadira. Now that they see this Brody, do they pick up the Bruno or do they still want the Claude?
Claude is going to be a solid option for Onyx, but if they don't pick up their gold layer now, I think they might be eyeing for something like a Harith.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
It's a good hero. Maybe they pick it last. So now it means that they might pick up...
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Yep.
Happy anniversary.
They might pick up something like Edith here.
Oh!
It's the Faramis, of course.
1% ban pick rate, 100% win rate.
That's right.
And it's against a Faramis, against a Brody, 2 heroes that struggle against a Yves.
That's right.
This is what happens in a long series, man. You wait to hold on to your ace.
Exactly. You exhaust everything and then...
Bad Mirko?
I'm sorry.
Nani?
I said 4-0 something, remember?
You're not fair. You're not fair.
Oh,
fair.
You're fair. Yeah, true. Oof. Okay, now you're going to be looking for maybe a roamer, maybe a rupee actually for AP Brand because it can check the waves. Minotaur is also open. That's also a valid hero going up against Eevee. I mean, you don't get some of the real world manipulation, but at the same time, you stop him from doing it. So they Edith, they go Edith and the Khalid. So this leaves us with the gold laner. Will it be Harith? But that might be an overload of magic damage.
Yeah.
So they might just go standard. Go for Claude.
Yeah, go for standard, man. This is game 7.
Game 7.
You don't want to leave it up to chance. If they do pick up the Harif, then again, keeping their ace in their sleeve.
No, Bruno
Bruno
or
or
Claude.
Claude, yeah.
Yeah, and Bruno or Claude, definitely.
I think Bruno, more consistent damage. Claude can do the same thing,
Yeah.
technically with a lot of pressure they already have already, but
Claude.
CW is feeling it. CW is feeling it after an MVP performance in the previous game.
What did he do? He went in their base and he said, fight me, fight CW. He took that fight, he got that wipeout. I mean, at this point, you got the momentum. Don't stop. This is for the World Championship.
And the thing is, if you're looking at to compare both of the lineups, we know for sure that this Brody composition from AP Bren is very strong at the early to the mid game. Come late game though, Deceive with the Claude, and then you have the Kadira factor. It's going to be hard to control the map. AP Bren, they might win this best of 7. They should win this best of 7 only with their standard playstyle, their early game.
To everyone tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last game of the M5 World Championship, where either the Golden Throne will be completed or the World Tour be completed. We're jumping into the game where this game will determine the World Champions.
Mobile Legends.
There's no other way to see it happen. One last time. Rizal Memorial Coliseum, give it up for the two teams!
Now, Keyboy as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense, looking at each other here. Looks like this time maybe Bren is opting not to go aggressive into the jungle. Kyrie, for once, will have an easier time farming up to level 4.
CW opted to go for the Purify, knowing that he can be gone upon by Ogwin. And obviously, Flap TZ can go for the Flicker plays. We know that can eliminate the Goldaner easily. So Wind of Nature might be rushed here by CW. Maybe his third item, or maybe fourth.
Okay, some damage placed down. Quick Sand Guard gets him a bit more HP. Kyrie already looking for an invade. But Caltese is able to clear it out. Just a big one though. Kyrie looking for a little small one. Retrieves it, gets level 4, and pokes Caltese, getting Boots a bit more prio in the bottom lane.
And again, we got to look at how Sans and Keyboy, I got to say this duo has been doing well for Onyx, but the same can be said for Few as well as Ogwen. I do feel like with the composition that they both have, the mid duo is going to be a very big impact in this game.
Speaking of the mid duo here for Keyboy as well as Sans, it's a tricky duo because you clear the waves fast, but you don't necessarily stay in that lane. It's going to be up to Onyx on how they utilize this, Keyboy, Kadira. And at the same time, AP Bren, they don't have the best heroes to kind of check the bushes. Maybe Kyle TC could be there, but of course Few can save his teammates, but they're not built for this Kadira.
Few able to pull them in, but not that much damage. Both Sans as well as Boost just won that level 4. Kyle TZ already leashing the turtle in a position where he can cancel at any moment. Kyrie thinks about it. Both Boost as well as Sans now level 4.
Doing the same thing. Kyrie with the shield unity into the back right now, able to connect it onto Ogwen, who has the Earth Shatter. And now the onward. Towards the boy Sans. Flaptese finds him. The real world inflation. Just popped in. First blood secured by Flaptese. Another round coming down as Boost deals some damage. Retribution battle still for Kyrie, but Few finds it, and that's gonna be a skill from Keyboy. Ogwen with the Primal Wrath. The Praisers Wrath. Ogwen gets the kill onto Keyboy, and Onyx lose out in the first turtle fight.
Oh yeah, definitely AP Bren won the turtle, won the fight. This is the usual story of this best of 7. Look at AP Bren to win the early.
Yes. It's the early game for AP Bren all the time. They're the masters of the early game that we saw all throughout this M5. Every time that they win, they destroy their enemies in the early stages. And you gotta say, FlapTG started the charge once again, going in for the flicker play. In fact, they have poked Sans. Sans forced to use the flicker and the real world manipulation to try to keep himself alive. But in the end, during the turtle fight, he was a non-factor. And it's all thanks to FlapTG.
Yep, now looking at the item builds here, the Claude has to delay a little bit just because he has to build a little bit of defense, but Boots getting attacked here.
Look at that burst, my goodness. The Ghost Bursters as well. Boots, defensive penalty zone. Caltese dives, flicker, out. Real world manipulation, popped down by Sans. Ogwen, just posturing, zoning Boots away. Meanwhile,
Looks like CW just wants to farm up safely here. And again, Onyx, they have to find a way to slow down the game while AP Brand has to figure out how to get these objectives because they've been getting the kills. They got the turtle. The faster they can get the outer turrets, the more space they're going to deny from Keyboy.
However, few with 2 assists and a lot of lane prio. Able to get to level 6. It's actually almost a level ahead of Suns. Gonna be waiting for that. That's a massive lead that AP Brand has. More resources, more EXP means that in the early stages of the game, yeah, surely they have the advantage and they can team fight. And eventually, they will activate Super Marco. Fortunately for Onyx, the turtle is onto the bottom lane where Super Marco is not at. It means that they might not suffer from the Brody, but at all the same, Onyx, they don't have the best tools to go up against AP Brand anyways.
Yep, and now we're looking at a turtle. Kyle Teasy initiated. Kyrie finds Flap. The Flap just wants to wait a little bit of time. He sees Suns.
Pokes him down. There's a good amount of damage. Calteezy as well there. Both junglers at level 7. Flap on the turtle. No quick sand guard this time round. Kyrie picks up the gold buff. Meanwhile, up top, there's also a little bit of a gank. Ogwin gonna be caught. Taken down. Kyrie versus Flap versus Kyle, and it's Flap who takes it. Kyrie brought back to the team in the Shadow Stampede. The real world manipulation, not enough to take it down. Kyrie with the 2.
Whoa!
And that is a trade. 1 kill up top for a turtle for AP Brent.
Kyrie is one of the only junglers that can play a utility hero like an assassin.
How the hell did he thread the needle? He gets out and into safety. Unfortunately, still missed the retribution. So, still massive coming out from AP Brand. Almost a free turtle, if you think about it, because they didn't lose anything. At the same time, Onyx had to just back down after all the investments that they did.
Few in the mid lane, very low, Netherrealm. Popped in, Kyrie brought back to the team and onward. They're shattered, not connecting bomb, game high! With a rough wave! Ogwin falling, Few as well! Now it's Kyle! With an Abraser's Wrath! Boy finds the oddity! Another one on the Marco! Oh! But Sans picks him up!
This is why I say, man, Super Marco, as well as CW, they're developing a relationship. Super Marco came in and was like, I want to go down, but you're going to come with me.
And that's a positive trade, obviously, for Onyx as they switch back toward their side. They give two assists to CW, 1 kill after that. Eventually, he died, but that's all good for a Claude who's looking for farm in this early stage of the game. Most importantly, they have punished Kyle Teasy, and Onyx have recovered. It's going to be good for the Delusion squad.
Hey, I just want to say, man, this time they're picking up the pace. Both teams are fighting, I would say, in a faster tempo here.
Yes.
Both teams are finding the mistakes, and this is what happens in the best of 7. Keyboy, I gotta say, very good counter engage.
Wonderful.
Coming in from AP Brand is like AP Brand, it strikes, but then Keyboy is just like, I'm just waiting for you guys to clump up.
And look at
I
his
want to deal maximum damage.
Look at his position right now. He's trying to pin down Super Marco without the flicker. Does have the petrify. Super Marco not feeling so confident, walking towards that bush, and that's a smart decision on his part.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't want to get wet, man. Like, he smells something, and he's like, I'm smelling a fish.
Kyrie smelling an engage. FlapTZ jumps forward, a petrify. He knocks FlapTZ out, but he's still able to get out in time. The quick sand card buys him a little bit more time. CW able to bat away with a battle mirror image, but he did just bait out a raging sandstorm and a quick sand guard.
That's good enough because Sans can pop the ultimate this time.
No petrify this time though for Keyboy. CW no blazing the web. FlapTZ jumping forward on the Sans. Doing a bit more damage. CW trying to turn it around. Earthshatter. Ogwin compromised.
Oh, look
onward,
at the turtle.
Out turtle. Calteezy finds it. A beautiful retribution. A beautiful macro play by AP Brett.
Looks like Onyx, they just want to get some kills. They don't really want to contest with the turtle because we saw that they are basically avoiding the turtle. They just want to go in. They want to get Super Marco down. Speaking of Super Marco, looks like Keyboy has to use the rough ways to escape.
We see AP Brenda pushing the envelope up top.
Blazing the wet on the Super Marco. Still able to disengage for now. Punts in the stacks to Zone TW away. Does the same to Kyrie, and Boots is waiting in that bush. FlapTZ needs to back off. And Onyx and AP Brent, both these teams.
Look at Kyle Teasy. He's taking advantage of this chaos. He's like, hey, if you guys want to go up top, I'm going to go to your purple buff.
It's a massive win. The retribution, he steals it. AP Brent are making micro moves that eventually pile up. And now it's great macro from AP Brent. They have regained the lead because of the small things that they have done. And And they are doing it cleanly.
Oh yeah, very clean. Right now, Onyx, it looks like they're being more responsive than being proactive. Whatever AP Brand is doing, they want to counter it for better or for worse. And AP Brand, I kind of feel like they're starting to understand the mentality coming in from Onyx. So if you guys are waiting for us to make a move, well, we're going to give you the sleight of hand. We're going to show you the left side while we take something from the right.
Brody is up top. That means Onyx might go for the push here. But Flap TZ ever so on point with the defense. And AP Bren are just denying everything away from Onyx. Onyx just can't catch a break.
Look at the position from Onyx. Everyone is on one side of the map.
Sans now engaged on right now,
No
not able to
flicker.
pop anything in time, and falls. Keyboy in the midst of it all, petrified, rough waves, taunted up, canceled out,
What a
too
cancel.
bad! Kyle Teasy shuts Keyboy down. A turn of our memory onto Kyrie, who pops in that Tortoise's Poissons, and AP Bren now with a significant advantage in the
no.
mid-game.
The mental distress, man, is getting to Onyx.
That's right.
Sans now making mistakes.
And the problem there for Sans as well as Keyboy is that they're not tanky heroes. They're eliminated easily. They didn't have their flickers. And the thing is, the Lord was already respawning during that time, so every single move that Onyx did in that fight is a mistake. And AP Bren punishes with the Lord take.
Right now, AP ran 3,400 gold lead. Onyx, they have CW on this Claude. It's possible. But AP Brand, I don't feel like they want to wait that long. They're waiting for that point where Onyx will concede a team fight, and then they might try to push to end.
Stampede, Kyrie with the flank. A weird angle, an off angle to catch AP Bren off. The Purify going to be used up by few. CW claims the orange buff. Keyboy gets out of the taunt. Lord spawning back in the land of Dawn, this time on AP Bren's side of the map.
It'll be the defense for Onyx. Fortunately for them, they have all the tools to defend. They have an Eve. And this is something that they can use to bridge the early game to the mid game. At this time, Onyx needs to go full anti-disaster protocol now. They need to just regain their part of the map at least. And they can use the Eve for that one.
Super Marco able to get the turret up top. Kyrie so far is taking the opportunity of AP Brand setting everything up for him to farm for himself because he understands that he needs to get as tanky as possible.
Hold up, that turret, ooh, still kept alive by Onyx. Now looking at the mid lane, tier 1, Boots holding it down, but the turret should fall. Tier 1 over to AP Bren.
You see that move coming out from Kautizi, zoning out the members of Onyx by just literally walking down, and AP Bren are taking an easy turret in the middle. Further increasing their lead to 4K, and of course they're gonna get another turret. Now Onyx, their base falls.
This is not looking good for Onyx. You can hear the cheers coming in. AP Brand has the energy coming in from the crowd. Boots goes in, Kyrie as well.
Does the same, now taunted up, brought back to the team. Tortoise Poisson's gonna be used up. Kyle Teasy has the Appraiser's Wrath, gets chunked down. Penalty down by Boots. Flap Teasy, Reggie Sands to the back. Keyboy looking for a flag right now, goes in, but doesn't find anyone. Rough waves, only onto one. Boots brought back once again. Ogwen, conceal, Earth Shatter to lock Boots down. Kyle doing the same thing. Keyboy with the oddity. Kyle Teasy with the knock up. Ogwen with the follow-up. And that's the Earth Shatter to lock Onyx down.
Onyx, they made a move. That was a brave engage. Everything went right, but the damage was not enough.
Mid lane base turret at risk of getting taken down. One more shot. Two base turrets. 10 seconds on the clock for Keyboy. 6 for Boots.
Admirable coming out from Onyx to go for the play. Because Boots landed a beautiful penalty zone, but they didn't have the damage. And Sans was sitting back. In fact, CW was babysitting Sans during that time because he knows that the Khalid will eventually jump and they needed to punish. What that meant is that after the jump coming out from Boots, there wasn't any follow-up damage. Even the real-world manipulation is not enough because the Nether Realm is available. So Onyx tried to go for the play, didn't have the items to back it up, and unfortunately lost so much because of that gamble.
AP Brand now doing the Lord as Kyrie.
1 against 3.
Oh no!
Brought back and taken down. Onyx on the brink. And AP Brent capitalized. Now onto Boots. DPZ. Keyboy with the oddity. With the rough waves. The Netherrealm saves him. CW with the Purify. AP Brent are running Onyx down. Keyboy gets another South blows. Super Marco has slain the mid lane.
But there's no defense. Sans is down for 30 seconds. There's a fat minion of waves in the bottom lane, and they have the Brody.
Mid lane gonna be cleared up right now by Boots. He's still holding on to the bottom wave.
The
Gonna clear it
base!
out as well.
They're gonna end
looking for the
this.
base. They're looking for the base. AP Bren, the Sky Kings have been taken down. The Golden Road being down. Bren, Lang, Malakas!
The host country has never won a World Series. Look to the stage. They kept the trophy here. They continued the domination. They are the Curse Breakers, the two-time World Champions. They are AP Bren. It's a pleasure working with you, gentlemen. My name is Abel. Alongside with me, Wolf and Mirko. It's a pleasure serving all of you here. But now we are throwing it over to Mara with a world champions.
Congratulations to AP Bren.
What a recovery.
And now we'd like to call Onyx. Please come forward.
We'd like to call on our first runner-up, Onyx.
Onyx, thank you for showing us greatness in your M5 journey. You may now take your final bow. You may now take your bow.
We admire the grit, the determination, and we hope to see you guys stronger next year.
Kyrie, listen to them. Say your name. Thank you so much, Onyx. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you. And now, give it up for your M5 World Champion, AP Bren.
The first ever two-time world champion.
To commemorate and officiate this moment, we'd like to welcome Mr. Lucas Mao, Managing Director of Moonton Esports, and Ms. Sophie Guo, Regional Esports Head of Moonton Games, to award the champions medals and check. The Bees return to cement their legacy as their first ever two-time world champion. Team Manager Addy. Pando. Super Marco. Kyle Teasy.
course, all the people behind the scenes.
Coach Bren, and the legendary Coach Ducky.
All the people behind the scenes, managers, staff, and everyone who made this win possible. You are now two-time world champions!
And let us now take a photo op. Once again, everybody, give it up for AP Brand. Thank you, Mr. Lucas Mao, and thank you, Ms. Sophie Go. Now it's time to announce the MVP of this Grand Final Series. Let me hear it from you.
And to celebrate the achievement of our finals MVP, let us all welcome Smartphone Country Product Manager of ASUS Philippines, Sir Jerry Chow.
Incredible best of 7 journey. And now, it's time to announce the M5 World Championship Finals MVP. Congratulations to Flap TZ! Flap! Flap!
TZ, Flap!
Flap, congratulations, Flap! Flap, parang nasupresa ka. Congratulations! You are now a 2-time world champion and you are the M5 Finals MVP. What's going through your mind? What are you feeling? What do you want to say to everybody?
Sobrang nakaka-shock po kasi di naman ako yung nagpanalo eh. Yung mga teammates ko yung nagpanalo eh. Actually, nagpatalo pa nga ako nung Arlot ako. So, di ko akalain, parang surreal.
He did not expect that he was gonna win the finals MVP. He thought he made them lose. But look at him now. He's the finals MVP. And let's now take a photo op.
Photo op. We'll have a photo op.
Op with the finals MVP.
Thank you very much to Mr. Lucas Mao and Miss Sophia Guo.
Thank you to Miss Jerry Chow. All right. AP Bren, your trophy is right there ahead of you. You may now take your walk of victory. Your pursuit towards greatness has led you to be crowned as the world champion. And now, it's time to raise the trophy that will immortalize this legacy. In 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, AP Brand, your 2-time world champions. This epic clash of titans, AP Brand has proven their greatness. The Mobile Legends Bang Bang M5 World Championship has finally finally come to an end.
We have witnessed history. And let's not forget that M5 is powered by Moonton, presented by Kidia, and supported by ROG, the official gaming phone, Grab, the official super app partner, and Secret Lab, our official chair partner.
On behalf of all our sponsors, our partners, our production staff, the players, the talents, the crew, we hope you enjoyed this tournament, and we thank you for supporting Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship and for being part of the AP brand's journey to greatness. My name is Mara Aquino.
And I'm Tito Mikey.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in M6. Pinas lang!